Hi guys, it's ASHLYN Carter. Welcome back to my channel. I'm still here. I'm still alive and going through life just like the rest of you are. And I am trying to film at least one video a week. If you missed my last week's video on my wreath and some fall decor items, which you can see here behind me, go check that out. But I am trying to pull myself out of the pit that has been 2020 and just get back and get motivated. So for today's video, I just thought that I would just come on camera here and share with you a life update about what's going on. We're going to talk about a few things. Number one, homeschooling. Number two, how we've been feeling really unmotivated and lacking hope. Some body image stuff. And lastly, I'm just going to end with a little bit of encouragement to you. I've been encouraged in so many ways, and I hope that this encourages you as well, because I don't want this video to be like a blah video. I want it to be one that is relatable, encouraging, and that gives you hope if you are finding yourself in a tough season just like I have. First update, if you didn't notice, I chopped my hair off this weekend. I decided I wanted a change. Like, we are home, we are just not a lot going on, so I'm like, you know what, it's just hair, let's just cut it off, and I love it. It is so much shorter. I don't know, it's just what I needed to give me a little bit of extra excitement in today's day. Where to begin? Let's start with homeschooling. So I decided, because we live in California and our district in San Diego Unified, rolled out. I kept waiting till the last minute, but I knew in the back of my head homeschooling was a possibility, but I was holding out hope. We love our neighborhood school. We love our public school. We've had great community and teachers there, and I did not want to pull my kids away from that. But when I found out 2 weeks before school starting that it was yes, for sure they're doing distance learning, I was like, I think that it would be better for our family if we just straight up homeschooled. I didn't like how the spring went with the Zoom calls with 2 kids, and this year Florence was supposed to be starting TK full-time at our school, and so that would be TK on Zoom doing distance learning. Then I would have a first grader, Amelie, doing distance learning, which last spring she needed a lot of hand-holding. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, go log on and do your homework. It was like a lot of me sitting with her working through things. And then last year I had Beckham, and I had to check his work constantly. And so this year he's in 3rd grade, and while I think he could have absolutely done it and figured it out and been more independent, I just didn't want to do that for all 3 children this year. So I thought, for our family, the lesser of 2 evils this year is going to be homeschooling. And while that was super intimidating and overwhelming and all the things, I made the leap, and I can honestly say I am so happy with it. I'm so excited. I'm really loving it, surprisingly. There, of course, are a lot of challenges, and it's stripping me of my independence and my freedom and my patience. It's really testing me in that area and growing me, but the reward has been so much greater. The reward has been me getting to just spend more time with my kids, me just like understanding where they're at in their learning and what their needs are. And I love that we, each day they all have their books, and we like, okay, open up to lesson 18 now, let's do this. And it's just all right there. And it's been really great. And most of the curriculum, if not all, that I bought is faith-based. So Jesus is just woven through every little area of learning, in big and small ways, and it's really sweet. It's really precious, and so far, we're about a month in, they're all really, I think, liking it too. So we're learning and figuring it out, and we have our off days and on days, but I like best that we start when we're ready, which is usually 8:30 most mornings, and after 2.5 hours, we're through our curriculum for the day, minus maybe some reading and stuff in the afternoon, but it's given us this freedom as a family that I don't feel like we're tied to Zoom calls all the time. Or like, oh, let me try to like get a quick errand in and then get back, and then you got to get in your PE Zoom. Like, I just felt frantic, and I felt like I was their personal assistant, just like constantly monitoring the time last year. And I don't really feel like they were growing or thriving. So for us this year, it's working really well. So that is the homeschool update. And if you want more, go to my Instagram page at ASHLYN Carter, and I have a story highlight saying homeschool. And there I go through what homeschool we're doing, what curriculum, how I'm staying organized. If that would be interesting to you, all that information is over on my Instagram page. Had to turn the air on. It is 90 degrees here at the beach at the end of September. It's a hot day today. Okay, secondly, I wanted to talk a little bit about just where I'm at personally, why I've been more silent here, why I've been more silent on social media. I have just, like probably many of you, been in a weird space this whole year. I think it has to do with obviously being quarantined away from, our community for so long, not really having a rhythm anymore. I feel like I'm a person that really thrives and am recharged when I have moments of downtime. And like you, we've all been stripped of that. I'm at home with my children every single day and all day long, and it's draining. It is. I am somebody that thrives on just having a little bit of reprieve to fill myself up and continue, and I just haven't had that. I haven't had the escape to the gym, or I haven't had like the preschool mornings I had last year where I had 4 hours twice a week to go run errands and just be in my own head and really work through some heart issues. And so that has been really trying. Like it has though for everybody, right? Everybody has had to adjust to this new season, but it's been really hard. And so my natural instinct has been to retreat. It has been to just pull away from everything because everything feels so hard, and it has left me feeling very unmotivated. I'm still doing things, like I'm still getting up in the morning and doing quiet time. I'm still trying to do at-home workouts and get out early and maybe go for a run. I'm still trying to do little things like that, but really having those big chunks of quietness has really affected my heart. And so it's made me feel unmotivated and like, where am I going to find the time to film a YouTube video? Or where am I going to find the time to post on Instagram or do the things that fill me up? And I know I can find the time and make the time, but it's been really hard to want to do it and to find the time. I have felt really lacking in creativity. So it's just been really hard. So that's where I'm at. Thank you for your grace and patience in me just showing up here on YouTube. But I know that it's important, and I'm going to continue to just pursue that because I know I want to do it. So there's that. Another way the unmotivation is manifesting itself is just with my self-esteem. I shared this the other day on Instagram, but for the first time in my life, I'm the person that is always encouraging intuitive eating, being your best self, showing up for your best self, giving it your all, being confident in who you are. And my confidence has really been rocked the last couple months in particular. I don't know if I'm under like some sort of spiritual attack, but I have just felt like terrible about myself. And I have, in my mind, I know that it's all a lie, but in my heart and my soul, I have felt just overcome with despair. Like I just do not feel comfortable in my own skin. I don't feel confident. I don't know what to do or how to start or what. And the other day I was in the shower one evening and I was just sobbing my eyes out. I could not stop crying. I was crying uncontrollably. And Travis came home and he found me still crying. And it was like that weeping that was like deep from within my heart. And he was like, "What's wrong? What's the matter?" And all I could say was, "I hate myself. I hate myself. I hate everything. I hate everything." And it breaks my heart to actually say those words out loud because I know I don't hate myself and I know I don't hate everything. There's been so much good in this season. But it's just this like oppressive, like under attack, me having a hard time seeing the joy and the goodness in this season. And it's the current events, it's the political climate, it's the opposition amongst believers, it's the division. It's so many heavy things that I feel like is weighing on my soul, that it's affecting my body, it's affecting my lack of motivation, it's affecting my hope. It is not affecting my faith in the Lord. I know to my core that God is still good despite all this, but I really believe that we are being tested, and this is a huge trial this year. And I really feel that my self-confidence is under spiritual attack, because when I am not confident, when I feel larger, when I feel like I've gained weight, when I feel like nothing looks good on me, I just want to retreat and hide. That is like our natural instinct as humans. When we just don't feel worthy, we feel shame. It's easier, the easier route is to just back away. But that is not what God called us to. He's called us to step out. He's called us to speak these dark thoughts into light so that they hold no power over us anymore. And so I'm learning to do that more. I'm learning to share what I'm feeling on the inside and expressing it out. And it does two things. Number one, it takes away its power over me. It brings light to darkness. And number two, it encourages others. When I hear from other people like, yeah, I'm struggling too, it brings this sense of relief. Like, we're not in this alone. So that's what I hope this message is doing for you today. I'm hoping that you're hearing these things and not feeling sorry for me, but thinking, if this hits you in a place where you, in relation to you, that you feel less alone, that you feel encouraged. I know we're going to get through this season, you guys. I know we're going to return back to schools and back to church and not have to wear masks everywhere and be able to gather in groups again. Like, I know we will. And we're going to look back on this season and be like, man, that was tough, but there was so much rich and goodness that God did in that season too. I wanted to end with this one story. I lead a college girls group Bible study, and I have for the last couple years. And this year, I was really struggling this summer to have the motivation again, or desire to want to do it. I feel like I have nothing to offer these girls. I'm kind of low-key depressed. I don't want to open my home. It's easier not to. I just talked myself out of all these things. And one morning I was on a walk about a month ago, and I really felt like the Lord was like, ASHLYN, you need to do it. These girls need community now than more than ever before. You need community more than ever before. I know it is not going to be easy, but trust me, like, just do it. And then I got a text from one of the girls asking about it. And then I got some more encouragement from another group of girls that were going to be a part of the study. And I just was like, I said yes. I said yes when everything felt like naturally to me. It's too much. I don't really want a bunch of girls in my house. What are we going to do? And I said yes, and I committed. And last night was our second night of our study. And I think I had about 18 girls come from all different ages, college girls, and the Lord just confirmed, like, when we say yes in obedience to Christ, when our self wants to stay hidden, wants to stay withdrawn, there is so much richness and blessing. I left last night in tears and just full of gratitude for all that God is going to do in that group. It wasn't about me. These girls need each other. Girls were opening their hearts and sharing about the isolation and loneliness they feel, and how silly of me to have denied or wanted to deny God a meeting place for these women to come around and encourage one another and to pray over each other. It was a really beautiful picture of our flesh not wanting to do things but stepping in obedience anyways, and then quickly seeing the fruit that comes from it. It's so much easier, you guys, to withdraw and stay silent, but I'm encouraging you today in this season. Sometimes we have to force ourselves out. Sometimes we have to like pray and seek, like, God, give me your hope, give me your living water. Just renew my mind, renew my attitude, renew my motivation, God. I'm lacking so desperately. Renew my hope in this world. It feels like dark, it feels heavy. And God wants to use us. And if as quickly as Satan wants to quiet us, we have to remember that that is a spiritual attack, and God is calling us out. He wants to use us. So be used. Don't hold back. Don't keep that darkness inside. Speak light to it. And yeah, we're in this together, you guys. I hope that this word encourages you today. I hope this message finds you like okay. You might not be thriving, but I hope it finds you okay, and I hope it encourages you. So I will be back with another video soon, something creative and fun. In fact, I have an idea right now, but you guys have a great week. And if you have any questions or prayer requests, I would be honored to pray for you. Will you put them down below in the comments? And I will pray for you today and this week. So please let me know and I'll be praying for you. All right, bye guys.